Hi, welcome back to Golf Training Hacks. Effortless power, we all want it, but where does it come from? Well, one place is good technique for sure, but there's another place you can get it, and it's called the stretch reflex. Now, the stretch reflex is hardwired into all of us, but great athletes use it to boost their performance. The stretch reflex is basically a protective mechanism. It protects your joints and soft tissue from rapid stretching. And here's how it works. Within the muscle belly, there are sensory organs called muscle spindles. Now, these spindles sense the length of a muscle and how rapid the muscle is stretching. So when it senses a very rapid, lengthy stretch, it knows that if it goes too far, of course, muscles are going to rip apart and joints are going to get hurt. So it sends a neurological signal to contract. So a rapid stretch is followed by an instantaneous signal to contract and protect those muscles. But it can help you boost your performance because it helps improve the power output. And it happens all the time. It happens when you're walking, it happens when you're running, it happens when you're jumping. It's there all in many, many movements. But the thing about the stretch reflex is that it has to happen quickly. So for example, when you're jumping, if you go back into your jump and go up quickly, you have the stretch reflex, right? When you go down, muscles are stretching, you get that neurological signal that we have to contract because this might not be good, and it fires you back up. However, if you go down into your squat and you hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, you're going to lose the stretch reflex. It kind of burns off in heat. So what you want to do is to be able to incorporate the stretch reflex into your golf swing. And it happens in a couple of places. It happens in your forearm, and it happens across your upper torso and your hips. In terms of your forearm, that's where leg becomes so important. Where does the stretch reflex happen? In the downswing? Well, one place, as I said, is the forearm. When you're in the slot and you've come down and you've laid back that club, this forearm is getting a stretch, and it's getting a signal that it wants to snap back. So as you come down into your slot, and it's in the maximum leg position, which is basically when your forward arm is parallel, you have that maximum stretch here, maximum leg, and the forearm is going to want to snap back. And as you turn, that snap back is going to help you improve the velocity into impact. The other place it happens is in your hips, your posterior chain muscles, across your torso, and in your upper back. Where does that occur? Well, when you are into your backswing, before you finish the top of your backswing, your hips should be moving forward. Now, this is stretching the muscles in the front, in the back, in your hips, and all that elastic energy that got wound up in your backswing gets fired out reflexively because those muscles are stretching. So they stretch, it feels a stretch, it sends a signal, and it wants to snap back. How do you lose that? Well, if you can't separate your hips from your shoulders on your downswing, you're going to lose some of that. So if I go back into my downswing and then my hips and my shoulders kind of roll forward together, so you're going to lose some of the stretch reflex there. The stretch reflex can be trained. You can tune it up so that it helps with the power output. Throughout the Golf Training Hack system, we have a lot of exercises that will help tune up the stretch reflex. It's important. That's where a lot of effortless power comes from. Technique, stretch reflex, for sure. You combine them both, and you have a nice effortless swing. So I hope that's helpful, and we look forward to seeing upcoming videos and lessons.